Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mysticon Board Game Geek, bringing you episode, I think it's 6, if I'm not mistaken, of our playthrough of the Undercity and Iron Kingdoms adventure board game. We're really trying to get to the corpse of the agent and discover what we need to discover, and we keep getting blocked in various ways. It's just taking us too long to do it, which is leaving us with a dilemma of only having 3 turns left to solve this. And to do that, we have to beat whatever boss comes out on the board, as I read to you last turn. So we're going to have to get that done this turn. I didn't see any particular errors, so we're just going to continue to roll and start with our event card. Okay, well this is the turn of turns for us. We've got to get the action going or we're going to lose. Fog Bank, all characters gain +1 defense against range attacks, and it's blue. So this is the card I was worried about because 2 of my characters are distinctly ranged characters. Which is okay, it's not too bad. In fact, we're going to do the first one first, which is Canis Gormley. She's got plenty of things she can do to make her attacks hit, even with the +1 defense. But let's go roll first to see what spawns on her turn. Okay. So it's going to be a sword thug in the bottom spawning, or the top spawning position. So let me show you that. So I know we haven't talked about it in a while, but when I'm rolling that die to see what spawns is based on this key here. So we got these 2 enemies here. Sword thugs are 1, 2, 3, and crossbow thugs are 4, 5, 6. There are more red sword thugs than blue sword thugs, as you can see in the pool up there. So we're going to take the red sword thug instead of blue, even though it's blue as the priority because there's more of the red, and put him on the board. And he's going to go right here with this crossbow thug. But now we get to do Canis' turn. She's right over here, so let's do that. Canis currently has 3 feats. She's got brace shot, which she'll probably use because we are going to move 1 so we can get in range. Will we be in range? We might have to move 2. So could do that too. Well, let's do this. Let's look at our moves. Now normally if you move 2, you don't get to make a ranged, you can only make a melee attack, but this one here, wait, where is it now? I'm losing brace shot. Play this card to aim even if you moved. So, but what if she moves twice and can't even use a... Yeah, let's see. Well, actually, there are 2 ways. So she moves here. They're within 2 range. This is fair. So she can use that, and she will. Now, we don't get to draw a feat card for this turn, but we are going to use her brace shot. Play this card to aim even if you moved. So she played that one, and that means that she's going to get 3 dice, and she's going to shoot, I think she'll start with this crossbow thug and shoot him with her brutal rune shot bullet. Now what that's going to do is gain her a damage boost, which means she can get to roll 3 dice for damages too, as well. But remember that everybody's got a +1 defense because of the fog bank. So the sword or the crossbow thug's defense right now is 13. However, Canis's her power is 8, so she's going to do fine, I think, unless she rolls really badly. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on that boosted roll, or aimed roll rather. So 9 plus 8 is definitely going to hit, killing the crossbow thug. That's a good thing because we need to keep these guys thinned out, and that is going to give her another experience point. Now, the next thing she gets to do, if she wants to, is use her feat trick shot. Once per round during your turn, you can discard a feat card to make an additional ranged attack. We're definitely going to do that. I think we're going to get rid of this perfect aim because I want to keep this lucky bullet to do a second shot. So she's going to discard this one, which will give her... Now, this time she is not getting her aim bonus. It was only in that I believe it's only in the first attack. Let me look that up. Ranged attack rolls are boosted, so I assume that's for the whole turn. So her lucky shot is, or her trick shot is going to give her, basically, she shot the guy, it went through him, bounced off the wall, and back into the blue sword thug that's in that area. Now he too has a defense of 13, and we hit again, so now we just have to do damage. And again, she's using a brutal shot, so she's going to get 3 dice there, and boom, she took out the blue sword thug up there. And that gives her another experience point. I think I'm going to have to switch out for some 5s. There's lots of 1s in that pile. Okay, that is unfortunately the end of her turn. It was a good turn, but still the end of her turn. So we're going to now draw the villain action card. Just one left before we have to reshuffle that pile. And it says Boss Blitz. Activate the boss villain. If no boss is in play, activate the 2 villains closest to you. Well, that would be these 2 guys. So we're going to activate them. Boom. Remember, blue is a priority. It doesn't really matter. So what do we got here? Well, they're going to go after highest initiative. As a result, she is actually 1, 2, 3 away from both of them. So she is farthest away. So as far as targeting priority, they're going to target these guys, which means they're going to be shooting or attacking at Milo. That is awful. Is there anything that nobody can do? Well, play this card during your turn. Nope, can't do anything there. Nobody can help poor Milo. He might be the first one incapacitated. Which would, man, oh gosh, this is awful. Okay, well, we're going to do it. So here's how this works. We'll do the blue crossbow thug first. He can make a set shot because he's 2 away and doesn't have to move. Okay, that's going to give him 3 dice. Now remember, Milo's defense right now is a 15. That's good. So he's going to get 3 dice with a accuracy of 4 to try and hit Milo. The way I've been rolling, he's bound to hit him. But let's see. Well, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He actually missed because of the fog bank. Man, the fog bank saved Milo on that attack. But that's not the end of it. Because now we have the sword thug. The sword thug is going to rush. Boom, boom, which is going to give him a bonus to his damage, but not his attack roll. So he's only getting 2 dice. He's got a accuracy of 4. So let's hope he misses, because that's going to be important. If he does hit, because he rushed, he's going to get an extra die on his damage roll, and that could be very bad for us. But he gets 2 dice plus 4. So he actually missed Milo. The beef I have is there's now another villain in our frickin' corpse spot. So Milo is not going to be able to actually search the body again, which I want him to do on his turn. We're going to have to reserve that for Gardeck, and hopefully no one moves into his space during that turn. That would be bad. Okay, that ended the attacks or the actions of the villains. So now what we're going to do is roll for Milo's spawn. Let's see what he gets. A 5 and a 2. So the 2 is going to be a sword thug, and it's going to appear in the bottom again with the other crossbow thug that's there, the blue sword thug. Hopefully they won't activate. That would be bad. And then take Milo's turn. Now, first things first, we're going to draw a card for him. He gets this somnolence elixir. When a villain in your space would make an attack roll, play this card to cancel. Well, that would have been helpful. This would have been a very helpful card last turn. It's not helpful this turn. I don't know about he couldn't. I think he may throw the smoke. I got to look up and see exactly the effects. Well, smoke grenade. This attack hits automatically and causes no damage. Place a smoke marker in the target space. Remove the... Okay, but we got to know what smoke does. I need to know what it does. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Milo, I think, is going to stab with his knife the sword thug in the area. And then he's probably going to drop a smoke down on his space to give them +2 defense. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. So he turns to stab this guy here. His knife gives him an accuracy of 5 and a power of 6. Now remember, this is not a ranged attack, and he is not able to boost well. He can discard for his virtuoso feat, which he'll do, which means he's going to have to discard this elixir thingy, and dodge, which sucks. But we got to kill this guy so we can get to the meat of the campaign before it's over. We got 2 turns left. So he's attacking. Remember, he has to take out the lowest roll. So 3. So it's going to be a 9 plus a 5. It's a 13. So he's still hit. Now again, it does the same thing on his damage roll. So let's see what he gets there. Ooh, 6, 8 plus 6. That's 8, 9, 10. Okay, 14. We did actually manage to kill the sword thug. I was worried for a moment. The sword thug's armor is 12. So we killed the sword thug in our space. That is good. And then he is going to use his feet. You know, I didn't Oh yeah, I did draw his feet. Okay, we're going to use this feat to drop the smoke marker in his space, which provides them with the effect of cover, and that's going to give them a +2 defense if they're attacked by any other ranged enemies. Might as well do that, make it interesting, right? So Milo's used all his feats this turn. Bummer for him, but he'll have one next turn. And that's going to mark the end of his turn. So now we have to do shuffle up the villain deck, and let me draw a card. Okay, here we go. Got our villain action deck out. What do we get? Bolt Barrage. Activate up to 2 crossbow thugs if there are no crossbow thugs. Well, there is. There's one. And that's bad because, man, I know we got the smoke up and the extra defense from the fog, but if he hits Milo, we're history. So he's going to hit the active player, which is Milo. That's who he's going to attack. So he can do a set shot on Milo. The good news is that Milo's defense is currently a 14 plus 3, so 17. He's got to roll, the thug's got to roll 17 on 3 dice, and he's got an accuracy of 4. So it's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He just missed. Oh man, lucked out there. Whew. Thank God he popped that smoke thing last turn. That saved his bacon. So the crossbow thug missed with his set shot, which is awesome. And that marks the end of the actions for that turn. So now we're going to finally go on to Gardek, who's finally going to get to check the body. Okay, let's roll to see his spawn. It is going to be a 4 and a 2 and a 4. So another sword thug, which will be a red one because there's more of them. And it will appear at the top of the screen now at the 1 to 3 spawn point instead of the 4 to 6. Okay, so now we get to do it. We are investigating the body. Boom. Now what does that mean for us again? So we're going to do this, the finale. When a hero is in the same space as a dead body and there are no villains, the space he can use his action to search, which he's done. After hero searches the body, the leader of the ambushing gang arrives. Roll 1 dice on a 1 through 3. Here, let me do this on the table for you. We have 2 possible villains. They're not exactly wimpy either. And so, of course, this is the basic scenario, so hopefully the odds are with us on this. On a 1 to 3, it's going to be the Epic Ogren, which is this fine gentleman here. And on a 4 through 6, it's going to be the Epic Rulik Merc, this guy here. So let's see what we roll. Okay, here we go. 4, it's going to be the Epic Rulik Mercenary. So, the Ogren did not appear. Let's look at this guy now. I'm going to put his card up on the screen for you. You can see he's got a Vitality 3, so he's going to take more than 1 hit to kill. He has a defense of 12 and an armor of 14. He's pretty tough. He's got an axe and a pistol, both with a power of 10. He's powerful. And it's this thug within 1 space. This character gaining a +1 on attack and damage roll. I also think he comes with a couple of thugs, if I'm not mistaken. Let me read this. Spawn the boss in the exit space along with 2 sword thugs. Okay, so he is going to appear right here in the exit space, and he's going to have a blue and a red sword thug with him. Now these thugs do get a bonus when they're in the same or adjacent hexes or spaces it says. They get a +1 on their attack and damage rolls. Now here's his activations. He's first going to attempt to attack. Otherwise he will attempt to set shot, I believe that is, or that set shot? Yeah, set shot or rush. So he can do one or the other because he's got a melee weapon. If that doesn't work, he's going to do a ranged attack, and if that fails, then he's going to do a pursuit. So what we have right now, though, is we're not activating him at the moment. We'll see if he activates at the end of the turn, and he is close to Canis. But we still have to move for our guy Gardek, so we're going to do that. Well, Gardek's not going to mess. I mean, he might take a shot from the guy, but he's perfectly healthy. So he's going 1, 2, and doing a rush move. You know, he's not going to get any place he can attack. He's going to charge in because we've got 2 turns to see this guy done. And as soon as we defeat him, we have won the game. It says the chapter ends when the party loses every hero or is incapacitated, or wins if the boss is incapacitated. And then we get to add an experience point for every ready hero, meaning every standing hero. That means Milo has got to do something other than stand in the smoke. He's going to have to take these 2 guys down here out quickly. Anyway, that does not end our turn. We have to do our villain action card, so let's get that out and see what it is. Boom. Okay. Azure Assault, activate up to 2 blue villains closest to you. This was Milo. No, this was Gardek. So Gardek actually has 2 blue villains closest to him. There's one blue sword thug over there, and the other one's over here. If there are no blue villains in play, activate one of the villains closest to the player's left. Well, there are. This guy's going to activate. So I guess one of each will activate. He is definitely the closest, so he's going to rush. We're going to take care of that right now. This blue guy rushes in at Gardek. And the highest initiative is going to be the priority, so whichever one of these guys I choose, I think I'm going to choose the archer. He's going to attack, shoot at Milo. But let's go do the rush attack on Gardek. So when he took his action, this is a question I have a hard time, I'm struggling with. I was looking at this. When the sword thug moved, he was within 1 space of the character, but he's no longer. So when he makes his attack and damage rolls, he's not. I have to assume that he has to still be within that range to get the effect, so he won't. But he does get to do. He's going to roll 2 dice, and if he does hit, he's going to do 3 dice for his damage roll. But let's get him out. So there's the sword thug. You can see he's got an accuracy of 4 with his sword. He's going to roll 2 dice, and he rolled a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which exactly hits Gardek. So Gardek has a defense of 11. But we do have to roll 3 dice now. Gardek's got an armor of 15, so that's pretty good. And but this is a power of 8 with 3 dice, so he's likely to hit. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and 8 is 17. That is not enough to do 2 points of damage, but definitely enough to do 1. So let's go do that. I did not care. He can take it. He took 1 point of damage out of his 10. He's pretty healthy. Now we do have this action here. He's going to shoot at Milo. Luckily, we still have the fog bank up. And Milo's defense is a 14. By the way, that fog bank will not go away. I would have had to get one of those all clear cards, which we've already had both of the 2 in the deck for this event come out. So that fog bank is in play for the rest of the game on ranged attacks. Anyway, that means that we're going to be the crossbow thug is going to be rolling 3 dice because he's got a set shot against a defense of 17. Pretty good. Okay. Booyah. Well, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He hit him. That is terrible. But he's only rolling 2 dice for his damage. And Milo's armor is 12. A 10 plus an... Oh my god. I think Milo just got incapacitated, guys. 8. So that's 18. A 12. Yes, Milo takes 2 hits. Boom. He goes down. He's incapacitated. So what happens now? Well, he goes down. He's still going to get to take his turn, but he's going to start to deteriorate until we get somebody back to him. So I think, man, 2 turns. We've got to get him up. The only way I can do that is by having one of the characters go back to him and administer the potion to him to have him come back. That's going to have to be Canis. She's going to have to run over there and take care of that. There's no other choice. Anyway, she's not going to be out of the action, and Gardek actually could potentially, through feats and everything, defeat the boss himself, but hopefully in 2 turns we can do that. He's going to have to ignore the sword thug completely and just rush in at the boss and take whatever hits come his way. Alright, well guys, that actually was the last part of our action. So that's where we're at, guys. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doom. We'll continue on. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You have 2 more events cards. 2 turns left to try and defeat the villain. We're in rough shape here, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon.